Have you ever imagined that a simple chicken could carry stories worthy of kings, legends of warriors, and even reflections on spiritual mysteries? Today, we embark on a journey around the world to admire the most beautiful chickens, each one a living masterpiece crafted by its breeder. Here, feathers transform into shining jewels, endless color patterns evoke samurai robes, and feathered crowns reveal princesses of distant empires. Every breed you encounter is an invitation to contemplate the majesty of creation and appreciate the diversity that colors life. Prepare yourself for what's coming, not just about chickens, but about beauty, faith, and fascination that will touch your soul and change your view of the animal kingdom forever. But before we start, subscribe to our channel and leave your like. Now let's begin. Number 20. Silk, the creator's cotton candy. If there were a bird made for hugging, it would certainly be the silk. Known in Brazil as the silky chicken, this little creature seems designed to evoke tenderness. Its feathers lack the rigid structure we're used to. They are loose and soft, more like rabbit fur or clouds of cotton candy. It's as if a celestial artist blended textures from different animals and gifted the world a bird that seems straight out of a child's dream. But the surprise isn't only on the outside. The silk holds a dark secret. Inside, it is completely black. Skin, meat, bones, and even its organs have this rare coloration, a result of a genetic condition called fibromelanosis. This duality, angelic whiteness outside and absolute darkness within, makes the silk an almost symbolic creature, as if it carries the reminder that every living being has both light and shadow. It also challenges the norms of its species by having 5 toes on each foot instead of the traditional 4, a small detail, but one that makes it even more unique. Yet the greatest charm of the silk is its personality, calm, gentle, affectionate, always willing to snuggle in the arms of whoever welcomes it. Many breeders treat it as a pet, letting it sleep on the sofa or even wear little outfits as if it were a feathered kitten. This docility serves as a living reminder of what Jesus said about meekness. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Matthew 5:5. In the heart of the silk, there is no rush or aggression. It is an invitation to slow down and live life with more tenderness. Seeing it, it's impossible not to smile. Its round black eyes resemble buttons sewn onto a rag doll. Its presence is like a balm for difficult days, simple, humble, and full of peace. The silk proves that in the animal kingdom, beauty lies not in strength or grandeur, but in delicacy and the ability to bring comfort to the human heart. Number 19. Polish chicken, the diva of the celestial hairstyle. If the Onagadori is a samurai and the silk is cotton candy, the Polish chicken is the pop diva of the coops. Also called the wig chicken, it seems born ready for the stage. Its voluminous crest resembles a carnival arrangement, a hairstyle worthy of Lady Gaga or a Baroque opera character. In some cases, the feathers are so exaggerated that the chicken can barely see, stumbling over stones and startling at its own shadow. Originating in Europe, especially Poland, the Netherlands, and France, this ancient breed was once considered a status symbol among nobles and aristocrats. Today, it is still raised more for its beauty than for utility. After all, who needs eggs when you have a living spectacle parading through your backyard? Its plumage can vary from white, gold, silver, speckled, and even laced patterns, as if each feather were painted by an artist's brush. Viewed from afar, the Polish chicken looks like a living painting in motion, a feathered art installation that defies any fleeting fashion. But behind the eccentricity is a curious and charismatic chicken. Although somewhat clumsy due to limited vision, it adapts gracefully, walking with the air of someone always lost in thought, like a distracted philosopher. Observers realize that its strangeness is actually its greatest charm. For Christians, the Polish chicken can symbolize something deeper, the diversity of creation. God did not make everyone the same. In his infinite creativity, he reminds us that every being, no matter how strange or extravagant it may seem, has a place in the world. As it is written, each one should use whatever gift he has received to serve others. 1 Peter 4:10. The Polish chicken's gift is being different and showing us that the beauty of life lies precisely in variety. The Polish chicken is more than a bird with an eccentric hairstyle. It is a reminder that even in small and strange things, we can glimpse reflections of divine greatness. When it lifts its crest like a crown, it's impossible not to think that even in the chicken coop there are queens. Number 18. Sebright, the English jewel. The sebright is so delicate that it truly seems sculpted by divine hands to shine like a living jewel. Developed in the early 19th century by Sir John Saunders Sebright, an English noble passionate about ornamental birds, this chicken was designed not for meat or eggs, but to enchant the eye and elevate the spirit. It was as if Sir John wanted to prove that even animals could carry the sophistication of aristocracy. Small and fragile, yet exquisite. The sebright weighs little, but carries immense beauty. Its plumage is unique. Each feather has a perfectly black edge, creating the effect of natural embroidery. It's as if every detail had been hand-painted by a celestial artist, reminiscent of the stained glass windows of ancient European cathedrals. The most famous varieties are gold and silver, with feathers that glisten in the sunlight like cut gemstones. Another peculiarity is that both roosters and hens display the same magnificent plumage, which is extremely rare in the poultry world. It's as if God dressed the pair in identical outfits, ensuring no competition, only harmony. Together they appear like dance partners at an eternal gala. Despite all its pomp, the sebright is fragile, not a great egg producer, vulnerable to disease, and requires special care. But here lies the spiritual lesson. Not everything God created was meant to produce or endure. Some creatures exist simply to reveal beauty, inspire, and teach that life's value is measured not only by what one gives, but also by what one is. Looking at the sebright, it's impossible not to recall the psalmist's words. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Psalm 1-39:14. Every feather of this little chicken is proof that beauty, even delicate, has the power to bring us closer to the Creator. Number 17. Appenzeller Spitzhauben, the Alpine Climber. In the snow-capped peaks of Switzerland, among ancient monasteries and postcard-perfect landscapes, was born the Appenzeller Spitzhauben. Its name, difficult even to pronounce, means pointed hat in German, and it could not be more fitting. On top of its head, it carries an upright crest resembling a stylish mohawk or a pointed crown of an alpine bride. It is said that it was the nuns of Swiss convents who developed this breed, carefully selecting birds that combined beauty and resilience. Perhaps for those women of faith, caring for the Spitzhauben was an act of prayer, a way to praise God through the preservation of life. This chicken is not just about looks. It is active, curious, and full of energy. Unlike lazy breeds that are content scratching the ground, the Spitzhauben loves to climb. It scales trees, walls, and even the breeder's shoulder, as if born to conquer heights. Some say it carries the soul of a Swiss mountaineer in a chicken's body. Its vigor recalls the biblical passage, "They will soar on wings like eagles," Isaiah 40:31. Its plumage is another spectacle, usually white with sharply defined black spots. It looks as though it has been splattered with paint, like an expressionist canvas. Against the snow of the Alps, it contrasts like a living mosaic in motion. More than an exotic bird, the Spitzhauben symbolizes the courage to stand out. While many birds camouflage to protect themselves, it raises its crest as if to say, "I was made to be seen." It is a reminder that God also calls us to shine in the world, to live unafraid of difference, for diversity is part of the beauty of creation, history, abilities, and legacy. The Appenzeller Spitzhauben is not just a chicken, it is a living heritage of the Swiss Alps, a breed that has survived time thanks to the meticulous care of convent nuns and local small farmers. These birds were raised in rustic environments, surrounded by forests, icy rivers, and steep slopes. To thrive, only the most agile, resilient, and intelligent birds were selected, those capable of navigating rugged terrain and harsh climates. The Spitzhauben's mobility is impressive. While other chickens stick to the ground, these birds climb, jump, and explore every corner of their habitat. Walls, low trees, and rocks are not obstacles but challenges to conquer. This trait is not merely curious, it reflects their adaptability and intelligence. Experienced breeders say these chickens quickly learn feeding schedules, movement patterns in the coop, and even recognize people, showing memory and wit that would surprise many owners of more common breeds. Its personality is equally remarkable. The Spitzhauben combines energy, curiosity, and courage, making it an ideal pet for those who appreciate interactive, observable birds. It is not merely ornamental, it engages with humans, explores its surroundings, and teaches patience and admiration. Swiss breeders recount stories of birds approaching calmly, allowing themselves to be carried on shoulders, or following caregivers on small walks through the Alps, like true alpine companions. Its plumage deserves its own chapter. White with black spots that resemble paint splatters, it creates a dynamic mosaic effect in motion. In the alpine sunlight or reflected in the snow, each feather seems to shine, making the bird almost a walking work of art. This appearance is not only aesthetic, it also functions as partial camouflage against predators, showing that beauty and function can coexist perfectly. The legacy of the Appenzeller Spitzhauben is largely cultural and spiritual. Swiss nuns saw raising these birds as a way to express care, discipline, and connection with nature, values passed down to future generations. The breed became a symbol of resilience, regional pride, and biodiversity. For alpine locals, owning a Spitzhauben was more than having a chicken. It was preserving the living history of a people and their harmonious relationship with the mountains. Additionally, this breed has an impact on environmental education and tourism. Farms that keep Spitzhaubens attract visitors interested in the bird's history and behavior, teaching responsible genetic selection, species preservation, and respect for nature. The fascination these chickens inspire is not only due to their appearance, but also their full set of skills, intelligence, and history. In short, the Appenzeller Spitzhauben is an alpine masterpiece, a chicken that climbs, explores, enchants, and teaches. Its pointed crest is a reminder that every living being, no matter how small, can stand out and contribute to the beauty and complexity of the natural world. Raising it is more than keeping a bird. It is preserving tradition, stimulating curiosity, and celebrating life in its most vibrant form. Habits, reproduction, and curiosities. The Appenzeller Spitzhauben is not only visually impressive, it also has daily habits that reveal its intelligence and adaptability. Unlike ordinary chickens, it prefers to explore vertical space, jumping from low branches, fences, and rocks, demonstrating balance and dexterity. This trait requires breeders to design more complex copes with platforms, perches, and climbing areas. Watching a Spitzhauben in motion is like observing a little alpine acrobat, always attentive to every detail. Regarding diet, these birds are not picky, but have clear preferences. They eat various seeds, small insects, wild fruits, and available vegetation, adapting easily to seasonal changes. This varied diet maintains the bird's health and contributes to the local ecological balance by controlling insect populations and dispersing native plant seeds, a vital link in the Swiss alpine ecosystem. When it comes to reproduction, the Spitzhauben stands out. The species has careful nesting habits. Females build nests in protected locations, preferring height or rocky corners, lining them with straw, leaves, and feathers for insulation. Each clutch usually contains 5 to 8 eggs, incubated for about 21 days. During this period, the male stays close, vigilant, and protective, showing a rare familial and social bond in traditional poultry. A fascinating fact is that chicks quickly learn to climb almost instinctively, an essential skill for surviving in alpine terrain. Swiss breeders report that even days-old chicks explore perches and small elevations, showing a natural climbing instinct and curiosity that lasts their whole life. This aptitude earned the Spitzhauben the nickname the Alpine Climber, reflecting both its physical ability and adventurous spirit. Historically, the Spitzhauben carries curious records. During the 17th and 18th centuries, convents used these chickens as weather indicators. By observing their behavior, the nuns could predict changes in weather, aiding local agriculture. This practice, simple as it was, shows how human-animal interaction extended beyond ordinary farming, transforming the chicken into an environmental observation tool. Another notable aspect is the breed's longevity. With proper care, Spitzhaubens can live 8 to 12 years, maintaining energy and curiosity throughout life. This lifespan, combined with climbing skills, intelligence, and resilience, makes it one of the most fascinating and valuable chicken breeds for researchers and dedicated breeders worldwide. Beyond all these qualities, the Spitzhauben also symbolizes cultural resilience. Despite changes in agricultural practices, urbanization, and shrinking natural habitats, the breed survived thanks to the dedication of convents, farmers, and enthusiasts who recognized its historical and ecological value. Every living Appenzeller Spitzhauben today is a testament to the harmony between tradition, nature, and conscious breeding, a true living heritage of the Alps. Number 16. Ayam Cemani, the Dark Queen. Among all chickens, few are as mysterious as the Ayam Cemani from Indonesia, known as the totally black chicken. It is an almost supernatural sight. Feathers, skin, tongue, meat, bones, and even internal organs are black. This striking coloration is caused by a genetic mutation called fibromelanosis, which multiplies dark pigment throughout the body. In its homeland, the Cemani is not seen merely as a bird, but as a sacred creature. For centuries, it was used in rituals for prosperity and protection, tradition, many believe that owning a Cemani brought blessings, wealth, and even warded off evil. Today, besides being extremely rare, it sells for sky-high prices comparable to luxury cars. But the most intriguing aspect is undoubtedly the feeling it evokes. Seeing it feels like confronting a true enigma of creation, as if God had decided to paint a chicken with the entire night. It is the perfect contrast between the simplicity of a domestic bird and the symbolic depth of an almost mystical animal. And here is a powerful Christian reflection. The Cemani reminds us that even the deepest black can carry beauty and purpose. In a world that often values only the light and visible, it is a reminder that God also dwells in mysteries, shadows, and secrets. Even the darkness is not dark to you. Psalm 139:12. Despite its dark aura, the Ayam Cemani is gentle, elegant, and medium-sized. Its eggs, curiously, are normal, white like those of any other chicken. It is as if nature itself wants to teach us that outward appearance may differ, but essence remains the same. Number 15. Serama, the miniature queen. If the Brahma is the giant of the chicken yard, the Serama is its diminutive yet equally majestic counterpart. Originating from Malaysia, it is considered the smallest chicken in the world, with some specimens weighing less than a glass of water. But don't be fooled. Behind its tiny size lies a bird full of attitude. The Serama walks with a puffed chest, head held high, and a posture that says it was born to be admired. It looks like a tiny living statue, a feathered little soldier ready to parade. Many describe it as an influencer chicken, naturally posing for photos and captivating everyone with its elegance. Its colors vary greatly, from pure white to golden brown, including spotted combinations reminiscent of fine porcelain. Each bird is almost a unique work of art, which is why collectors and breeders treat them as true treasures. Another curiosity is that many breeders keep them indoors as pets, some even using special diapers so they can share the sofa or sleep in bedrooms. It proves that sometimes God places the ability to win big hearts in the smallest creatures. Despite its small size, the Serama is courageous. Roosters of this breed have been seen confronting birds 3 times their size, just to assert dominance. It's as if each Serama carries the courage of David facing Goliath. And here lies the spiritual lesson. It's not size that defines strength, but courage and faith. The Lord does not look at the things man looks at. Man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. 1 Samuel 16:7. The Serama is exactly that, a tiny creature proving that greatness comes from within. Number 14. Brahma, the elegant giant. The Brahma chicken is, without exaggeration, a feathered colossus seemingly sculpted by nature itself to represent grandeur. Known as the Godzilla of chicken yards, it impresses at first glance. Roosters can exceed 5 kilos, and hens can weigh as much as a small child. Its presence is so imposing that when it moves across the yard, it feels as though a prehistoric creature has decided to walk among us. Originally from Asia, but officially developed in the United States in the 19th century, the Brahma was for a long time the main source of chicken meat worldwide. Its robustness and productivity made it a symbol of abundance and prosperity. It was as if each bird carried the promise of plentiful food for entire families. No wonder many called it the people's bird, even though its appearance was worthy of a king. Its body is covered in long, soft feathers that extend to the feet, giving the impression of padded trousers. The comb is small and discreet, contrasting with its monumental size, giving it an aura of restrained nobility. Its deep, calm eyes convey serenity. Despite its intimidating size, the Brahma is gentle, docile, and almost meditative. The color variations are enchanting: white with black edges, silver, gold, gray, and even dark velvet-like shades. When they strut in the sunlight, it is as if they shine in royal cloaks. It is truly majestic, a living reminder of Psalm 8. O Lord, our Lord, how majestic is your name in all the earth, who have set your glory above the heavens. Just as the psalmist contemplated the grandeur of creation, witnessing a Brahma reveals God's glory in even the details of a simple chicken. Despite being a giant, the Brahma moves slowly, rarely agitated or disruptive. It seems a living metaphor for controlled strength, powerful enough to command respect, yet preferring to convey peace. Many breeders say it behaves like a feathered gentleman, always willing to live in harmony. The Brahma teaches a spiritual lesson. Nobility is defined not by size, strength, or imposing presence, but by the ability to live with meekness. It is living proof of Proverbs 16:32. Better a patient person than a warrior, one who controls their spirit than one who takes a city. Number 13. Pavlovskaya, the Russian princess. Among all chicken breeds, few carry a history as dramatic and fascinating as the Pavlovskaya. Emerging in the 16th century in Imperial Russia, this bird was so rare and precious that only nobles and aristocrats had the privilege of raising it. In the Tsar's gardens, among frozen fountains and golden palaces, the Pavlovskaya paraded like a living jewel. Its plumage is a spectacle in itself, with golden, black, and metallic reflecting tones. It seems dressed in a cloak embroidered by human hands, but it was actually adorned by the breeder. Its disheveled crest resembles an exotic crown, and the feathers around its face create the illusion of a carnival mask. It truly is a feathered queen. During the fall of the Russian Empire and the turbulent years of the Soviet Union, the Pavlovskaya nearly disappeared. For a long time, it was believed extinct, lost forever to history. But like a true Anastasia of chickens, it re-emerged thanks to dedicated breeders who patiently and faithfully rescued its genes and returned this marvel to the world. Today, it is considered one of the rarest breeds, treated almost like a living artifact in exhibitions and collections. Seeing a Pavlovskaya is like looking into a reliquary of history. Its feathers carry the memory of a vanished empire and the proof that life always finds a way to be reborn. A powerful spiritual reminder: weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Psalm 35. Besides its history, the Pavlovskaya is admired for its curious and active temperament. Unlike fragile ornamental birds, it is resilient to cold and adapted to harsh Russian winters. This strength hidden in beauty makes it so special. Every golden feather carries a message of perseverance and royalty. It is not just a rare chicken, but a living reminder that beauty can survive the greatest trials, and that the creator writes stories of redemption even on the wings of an animal. Number 12. Malay, the warrior of the chicken yard. If the Brahma represents nobility and the Pavlovskaya royalty, the Malay rooster is the warrior, one of the oldest and most impressive breeds in the world, originating from India, Malaysia, and Indonesia. It stands nearly 90 centimeters tall, with an upright posture and muscular body, more a feathered gladiator than a domestic bird. Its long, almost featherless neck reinforces the fighter look, while its broad chest and strong legs complete the image of a true gym-goer of the chicken yard. Its face conveys seriousness, always alert. Yet there's irony. Despite its intimidating appearance, many Malays are relatively calm unless provoked. In the past, the breed was used in combat exhibitions, not only for strength but also for aesthetic impact. Its rustic figure was part of the spectacle, as if each rooster were a living statue sculpted by nature to embody power and discipline. Today, the Malay is valued more as a symbol of tradition and cultural resilience, a testament to humanity's ancient relationship with fighting birds. Its appearance may intimidate, but there is something deeply inspiring about its stance. It stands tall, unwavering, even in adversity. One cannot help but think of 1 Corinthians 15:58. Be steadfast, immovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. The Malay embodies that steadfastness. No matter what happens, it remains proud with the dignity of one who knows their worth. Number 11. Onagadori, the samurai of eternal feathers. Imagine a bird that defies time itself, as if it had made a pact with the creator to carry the image of eternity within. This is the Onagadori, the samurai of feathers from Japan, where it is considered a national treasure. Its feathers do not follow nature's normal rules. While other birds molt in cycles, the Onagadori grows continuously, like a river of silk that never dries. The result? Tails that can exceed 10 meters, turning each step of the rooster into a true spectacle of majesty. To preserve this beauty, Japanese breeders dedicate their lives to caring for these birds, building high perches and special structures so the tails never touch the ground. It is almost a sacred work, feeding, cleaning, protecting, and above all, honoring the divine gift of maintaining such a rare lineage. Many believe that watching an Onagadori is like contemplating a living work of art, a reminder that nature is the greatest artist of all. Its name literally means long-tailed bird, but the translation fails to convey the grandeur it embodies. Its presence evokes a warrior dressed in a ceremonial robe, walking slowly as if in a parade before the emperor. Indeed, in feudal Japan, these roosters were raised in temples and samurai mansions as symbols of honor, discipline, and tradition. For lovers of God's creation, the Onagadori visually reminds us of the biblical passage. Consider the lilies of the field, Matthew 6:28. God clothes even birds in greater glory than kings, and this rooster is living proof. It does not crow loudly or fight fight in arenas. Its mission is simply to exist, dazzle, and remind the world that beauty is also a form of silent prayer. The Onagadori is not just a rare bird, it is a symbol of perseverance, care, and the delicate relationship between humans and creation. Observing it is to feel the sacred present even in the flapping of a rooster's wings. Throughout this journey among feathers, colors, and stories, it becomes clear that each of these birds is far more than an exotic animal. They are living parables. The Onagadori, with its endless feathers, reminds us of the patience and consistency needed to cultivate the beauty of life. Number 10. Silk, delicate, and sweet, inspiring me to value gentleness in a world marked by hurry and aggression. The silky chicken, a symbol of delicacy and gentleness. The silk or silky chicken is one of the most fascinating and unique breeds in the poultry world. Its fame comes not only from its unusual appearance, but also from its sweet, peaceful, and almost meditative temperament. When you look at a silk, it feels as if you're gazing at a cloud in the shape of a chicken. Its feathers resemble delicate silk, soft to the touch, enveloping the entire body in a fluffy, silky mantle that defies imagination. Originating in China, this breed carries centuries of history, initially associated with nobility and imperial gardens. Unlike many traditional farm birds, the silk was appreciated not only for utility but for the aesthetic and emotional pleasure it provided. Chinese emperors valued its gentleness and calm presence, considering it a creature that brought serenity and harmony to palace gardens. One of the silk's most fascinating traits is its unique plumage. Each feather resembles an individual silk thread, making the bird incredibly beautiful and giving the impression of ethereality, almost floating. Additionally, it has black or bluish skin, a dark beak, and even unusually colored bones. A rare genetic trait that delights collectors and biologists. This contrast between the softness of the feathers and the intensity of the internal body creates a kind of visual magic, making each silk a living work of art. But the true charm of the silk lies in its temperament. Unlike restless or aggressive chickens, it is gentle, calm, and highly social, allowing humans to approach easily. Often they seek contact, nesting in the breeder's arms or following them around the yard or house with soft steps. Their gentleness is so pronounced that some owners claim observing a silk is therapeutic, bringing a sense of serenity and connection with nature. Despite its small, delicate size, the silk is resilient and adaptable, able to thrive in various climates and coexist peacefully with other breeds. Still, special care is required. Its silky plumage needs constant hygiene, especially in humid or muddy environments, to maintain its impeccable texture and beauty. Today, the silk has become a symbol of luxury and exclusivity. Breeders worldwide compete to acquire pure and prize-winning specimens, with prices ranging from hundreds to thousands of dollars for a single highline chick. Beyond financial value, owning a silk represents an investment in beauty, harmony, and emotional well-being, exhibitions, and competitions. In international poultry competitions, the silk always stands out. Its almost ethereal appearance and calm behavior are differentiators that impress judges. To win, a bird must demonstrate not only silky plumage, but also balance, elegant posture, and calm temperament. A champion? Silk can be worth thousands of dollars, not just for prestige, but for the genetic rarity of its lineage. Advanced care. Despite its delicacy, the silk is surprisingly resilient when well cared for. Essential care includes daily or weekly hygiene, especially in humid areas, to prevent feathers from getting soaked or dirty. Balanced diet. A mix of grains, fresh vegetables, and proteins to maintain shiny feathers and a healthy body. Socialization. Constant interaction with humans or other birds to develop a calm temperament. Predator protection. Its calm behavior makes it slow to react to threats, so a secure space is essential. Symbol of gentleness. More than just aesthetics, the silk inspires a philosophy of life. It reminds us to slow down, appreciate subtle details, and admire the silent beauty of nature. In a world full of hurry and noise, simply observing a silk can be a moment of living meditation, a reminder that serenity and patience are precious virtues. Silk, the diva of exhibitions and avian history. The silk is more than a chicken. It is a living work of art, admired by breeders and collectors worldwide. Over centuries, its elegance and gentle behavior have captivated emperors, nobles, and bird specialists, making it a species that transcends the mere concept of a pet. Famous stories. In imperial China, some silks were kept exclusively in palace gardens, protected from predators and competition with common birds. Ancient records described their silk-like feathers as so valuable that emperors sometimes exchanged lands or rare goods to acquire a single pure-blooded bird. In 18th century Japan, the silk became a symbol of luck and prosperity, believed to bring peace, abundance, and family harmony. Even classical paintings of birds and flowers depicted silks, highlighting their soft, cloud-like feathers. In modern Europe and the United States, some famous silks won international competitions and became genetic references, used to preserve breed purity and develop elite lines worth thousands of dollars each. Elite lineages' experienced breeders conduct strict selection programs focusing on feather texture, extreme silkiness and natural shine, gentle temperament, calm, friendly, and social birds, body conformation, elegant posture, and balance. A pure line silk can be worth more than many exotic birds, becoming a prestigious investment. Owning one reflects taste, knowledge, and dedication to raising rare birds. Extreme care controlled environment, ideal temperatures, proper ventilation, and protection from excessive humidity. Gourmet diet. In addition to high quality grains, silks may receive vitamin and mineral supplements for feathers, bones, and immunity. Daily interaction. Breeders dedicate hours to socialize the bird, ensuring it remains calm and reliable, especially for exhibitions or photography. Cultural curiosities. In the arts, silks inspire photographers, painters, and fashion designers, often compared to silk dresses or moving works of art. Some scholars claim the silk represents a bridge between wild nature and domesticity, reminding us that even small animals can teach patience, elegance, and contemplation. Symbol of gentleness and elegance. More than an animal, the silk symbolizes serenity, teaching humans to appreciate lightness, patience, and the silent beauty of life. In a fast-paced, noisy world, simply watching a silk's gentle steps, flowing feathers, and elegant posture is an invitation to meditate and enjoy the art of observation. Number 9. Ayam Cemani, black inside and out. The Ayam Cemani, with its black coloration inside and out, invites reflection on God's mysteries even in darkness, on beauty and purpose. Isn't it similar with humans? Each person carries differences, marks, and gifts within themselves. For some, it may seem strange. For others, fascinating. But to God, everything is part of a perfect plan. Everyone has received a special gift from God to serve others. 1 Peter 4:10. The chickens we have seen today are living proof of this wonderful diversity that the Creator spread across the world. I believe videos like this are not merely entertainment, they are a way to raise awareness. When we see an imposing Brahma or a tiny Serama, we remember that all beings have value, regardless of size, strength, or appearance. This lesson applies to society as well. We need to learn to see value in every life, whether grand like a giant or fragile like a small bird. My hope is that this content inspires curiosity and gratitude. May we care better for animals, respect creation, and learn from them. The community around the best of nature can be a space to share love for life and faith. In the end, every creature, however humble, reflects the greatness of the Creator. After discovering these extraordinary birds, can anyone still think all chickens are the same? Behind such a common animal lies a universe of stories, colors, sizes, and meanings spanning cultures and centuries. From Japan to Imperial Russia, from the Swiss Alps to Malaysia, each of these breeds reminds us that diversity is one of creation's greatest gifts. At the best of nature, we believe observing animal life is also a way to contemplate God's greatness. Every feather, every call, every detail is the Creator's signature in the book of life. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed our content, subscribe to our channel and leave a like. Also, check out other interesting content appearing on your screen now, and I'll see you in the next video. See you next time.